Hi guys, it's Rampant FM. The big news today is that Pedro Caixinha has been sacked as Rangers manager. You guys probably don't know this, but I am actually in fact a Rangers fan. I've supported Rangers most of my life. So after the Motherwell game, there was probably a 60-40% split between fans wanting him to be sacked. It's probably the right decision by the club, in my opinion. A lot of fans wanted him to stay till Christmas at least. But today we're going to do a review of his downfall and certain things that went on that led to his sacking. The first thing I remember is Barry Mackay wearing green boots. I know the fans weren't happy with this. I think it was a bit stupid of Barry Mackay to do it. But to be frozen out by the manager, to be, a press story released that green boots are getting banned from the club. And eventually Barry Mackay was sold to Nottingham Forest. In my opinion, Barry Mackay at the time was probably Rangers' best player. So I think it was just a bit ridiculous. It was a bit of a joke that he got sold. So I think one of the most embarrassing moments in Pedro's tenure at the club, when we got put out of the Europa League qualifier by Progress, a Lithuanian team. As a Rangers fan, I think that was probably one of the most embarrassing defeats that I remember. We should be beating these teams. I know they start their seasons early and whatnot, but come on, it's Rangers. We had the likes of Paddy Power and Moussa Dembele and everyone else making fun of the result, and quite rightly too. It was absolutely disgraceful. So looking at some of the signings he's brought in, obviously the biggest talking point is Carlos Pena. There's been stories about him, how he's unfit. He's been put on special training regimes and whatnot. This guy cost over $2 million. At that price, he has to be the real deal for this sort of club. We can't go out and spend willy-nilly like before. Obviously that you've got people like Eduardo Herrera. Apparently he's on a goal bonus that we can't afford, so he's not playing. Why sign people up to contracts that we can't afford? And then you've got other people like Bruno Alves. Yes, he gives us experience, but he's 35. He doesn't look like he's up for it, in my opinion. Other signings, Dorrans, Jack, probably players that we needed. They've just not played well. Wallace was probably the only signing that I can think of that's really done the business. So the next talking point, I think everyone heard about it. Chris Sutton, obviously getting on at Pedro for saying that he has the best squad in Scotland. I can't completely blame Pedro for this, but he did put himself in the situation. Everyone knows what Chris Sutton's like, especially on commentary on BT Sport as Rangers fans. Why put yourself in the situation? Why not just say, no, I'm not speaking to him? I don't know if it's a media obligation. When these sort of things happen, it becomes a circus. And as a Rangers fan, I'm sick of us being a media circus. We've had it for 4 or 5 years now. And why put yourself in that situation? So squad harmony was a big thing under Pedro's reign. Obviously, Kenny Miller got frozen out. And more recently, Lee Wallace apparently was asked to stay away. These are players that have been at Rangers for years. I completely understand, as a manager, you have to be the guy in charge, and if there are players that are, causing disharmony within the squad, there is ways to deal with it. And I think freezing players out and whatnot, like you saw with Barry Mackay before, I don't think that's the right way to go about it. It fuels the media again, and this is where he's going wrong. Senior players like Dorrans, Kenny Miller, Lee Wallace, all getting frozen out of the squad for, not sure what reasons, but it's not the way that this should happen. So coming into the semi-final of the Cup against Motherwell, the ref did have a shocker. Motherwell should have probably had at least 2 players sent off. We should have had Alves sent off. We're not at the stage where we can take on Celtic in the league, so we have to be doing well in the Cup finals to maintain our reputation. The referee aside, Rangers did not play well. There was no passion. We were well beaten by Motherwell, who seemed more up for it than us. And to me, that's really unacceptable. Rangers need to be winning things again. The fans deserve it, the team deserves it, and the club deserve it. We are a big club, no matter what other people say. So finally, the Kilmarnock game, 1-1 draw. Completely disappointing. It was the team's chance to prove themselves, and they just didn't do it. So looking at the future, obviously Pedro's away now. There's a lot of names in the hat. Graham Murray, Derek McInnes, Tommy Wright. I hear Graham Souness. I don't think Graham Souness will come out of retirement, to be honest. My personal preference, I'd probably want someone like Derek McInnes to come in, but I don't even know if he would leave Aberdeen for us. I know he's a Rangers man, but Aberdeen are above us in the league. Would he really come? Tommy Wright would be a good choice, I think. I just don't see Alex McLeish or Graham Souness coming. There is talk of Alan Pardew as well. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure who would take the job, and that was one of the issues of why people probably didn't want Pedro to get sacked. But it's happened now. We can only just look for the future, and hopefully we'll become a better team. So that's the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you soon.